Hey everyone, I'm Allen Tang, and as the solutions engineer with FGI, I'm one of the voices behind the Slate-A-Minute series. Before we get started, I just wanted to invite you to join our new space within the Slate community. We will be sharing upcoming events, posting announcements, and hosting discussions about each episode of Slate-A-Minute in the community space, so we hope to see you there. Anyways, enough about that, let's Slate-A-Minute. We often see institutions build their inbox assignment rules based on the staff member assigned to the record. Since inbox messages do not always match onto a record upon message receipt, or the record may not yet exist in your system, what are some other ways you can assign messages to your team? Today, we'll be showing you how to build inbox assignment rules that can randomly assign a message to a user while taking into consideration how many messages they currently have assigned. The concept is relatively simple. Upon receipt of a new inbox message, assign the message to the staff assigned if it matches onto an existing record and the staff assigned field exists. If not, then randomly assign the message to one of our inbox users if they have less than whatever message cap you'd like to set. Your setup will vary depending on any additional assignment or do-nothing rules you need for your process. In our example, we'll be using rules in an exclusivity group called Inbox Assignment, which will have both deterministic and non-deterministic rules. Our first rule is deterministic and has a priority of 1 to assign the inbox message to the staff assigned. Then we have 3 non-deterministic rules that all have the same priority number of 2. What this does is if an inbox message meets the criteria for multiple rules in this set, then Slate will select one at random for the assignment. It should be noted that while the selection does not use a round-robin procedure, non-deterministic rules should create an equal distribution over time among possible outcomes. Next, let's take a deeper look into the rules themselves. Here we have our priority 1 rule that will assign the message to the staff assigned. When we click Edit, note the rule trigger, the exclusivity group, non-deterministic, and priority settings. Let's move on to the next rule. This rule will assign the message to Tim if he has less than 10 messages currently assigned to him. When we click on Edit once again, note the settings we mentioned earlier. We are able to check for the count of messages assigned to Tim using a configurable joins independent subquery. Here, our base is inbox with an aggregate set to count and value less than 10. We have filters in place to only include messages that are open and currently assigned to Tim. Since this independent subquery filter is not directly linked to the main base of the rule, it is essentially evaluated in a true-false fashion. For example, if I were to update the value selection to equal 10 rather than less than, the matching row count will return 0. Let's take a look at the rule group to recap. Slate will try to assign the record to the staff assigned first. If it can't, it will try to assign the message to one of the users in the next grouping. If multiple users are eligible for the rule, then one will be selected at random. You might be wondering, what happens when no one is eligible for an automated assignment? The rules will run through, and in our example, no assignment will be made. You can either make additional assignments manually or include a deterministic catch-all rule. If you are curious about how you can automate this even further, drop a comment on this post in our community group space and we can continue the conversation over there. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Slate-A-Minute. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube, follow along on LinkedIn, and join our space in the Slate community if you have any follow-up questions. If you and your team have any upcoming project needs, whether it's an implementation, customization, or ongoing support and service, feel free to visit us online at fgiconsultants.com and drop us a line. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.